So today we'll be just going through the tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy S25. So let's say, for example, if you bought a new Samsung Galaxy S25 and you're just trying to looking to just customize your device. So through that, we'll be just going out and just discussing those things in this video. So first, we'll be just checking out like how to bring out this 71% like a battery percentage on the battery itself on the battery bar. And for that, you have to just go through the into the menu, and you have to just search for the device gear. So once you just click on the device here, so this menu will just pops up. So the first thing you want to do is to just go into the battery. Then you have to just go down, and you have to just toggle this one on, which says like show battery percentage. So if I close this one, so this goes away, and once I open this one, so the battery percentage shows up on this one. So that's how you do that one. If you're just looking to just see like how to just reverse charge other phone from this phone, so there's like, if you go into this, you have to again go into the device settings, and once you just go into the device settings, you have to just go down into the battery, and then once you just go down, so you have to just go into the wireless power sharing, and once you just toggle this one up, so you can just wirelessly charge the other device from the back of this phone. You can just align it over here in this version, and your other device will be charged. So one more thing, like if you're just trying to just maximize your battery life and you want best out of your phone, so one setting would help really very much in this one. So once you're in the device gear itself, so once you check over here the performance profile, so once you just click on it, so there's like probably like if you get a new phone, so if it's on standard, so you might want to just go ahead and just make it the performance to be light. So it will just says like it prioritizes the battery life and cooling efficiency over processing speed. Now I've just tried these both, standard performance and the light performance both together, and I don't feel any sort of lag or any sort of performance issue that I can watch on. However, you just get a slightly better battery once you're just onto the light profile over here. So if you're just looking to just conserve more battery and get juice out of your device, or if you want to just make your device little last longer, so this would be the tip that will be just helpful regarding this one. Now another option that you might want to change is you have to just go into the battery over here, and if you're just looking to if you're just down to the battery to like a very least, I would just say like maybe 10 or 20%, so and you are just somewhere where you don't have the access to the charger, so you can just do the power sim over here. You can just toggle this one up in the battery, and there are a couple of options when you just click on this one. So in this one, you can just limit the CPU speed to 70%. You can just turn off always on display. You can decrease the brightness by 10%, like however you want to customize your power saving mode. So this will be just helpful with regards to the battery saving with regards to that one. If you're just considering to save further battery, so I would just say to use the dark mode in this one. You have to go into the settings, you have to go into the down to display, and once you're just over here, you can see here there's a light mode. So the beauty of the OLED panel is that once there's a dark mode or the black spots on the screen, so there the pixel doesn't bright up, or you can say the light up. But if you choose the light mode, so you just get all of the pixels on, which will just consume more battery. So on the dark mode, you'll be just conserving more battery, and you get long-lasting battery life out of your phone. Now one more thing, if you're just considering like if you're just annoyed by the blue light, so here there's like an eye comfort shield which you can just switch on, and that will just make the screen less prone to blue light. And you can just do by just going into the eye comfort, and then there's two things you can do. You can just set the color temperature to be as custom, or you can do the color temperature to be adaptive over here. So once you just do the adapter, so it will just automatically adjust your screen's colors based on the time of the day. If there's a night time, so it will be just more yellowish kind of, and more night mode towards like a more soft screen. And during the daytime, it will be just a little bluish, you can say like. So once the night just is about to arrive, so it will just makes the screen a little bit kind of soft and yellowish in terms of that one. I use the custom one all the time, and that just much more better for me. Like it just gives the consistent screen performance. And if you talk about like there's like you need to just further enhance the this thing, so you can do it by enhanced comfort, which like just adjust color tones and contrast for more comfortable viewing at night. So you can just click on this one, and it will just further make it the screen a little bit more comfortable to use this one. Now now one thing that you can further do, like if you're just down to like a battery to maybe 10% or something, so you can just go into the motion smoothness, and you can just make it just standard, which will just make the device to be at 60 Hertz. So this will obviously just ruin your experience. Like I can show you guys if I apply this one, so you can see it's a little bit, I'm not sure if you can just notice that when the camera, but it's a little bit kind of stuttering kind of display. You will feel at 60 Hertz, but that will just nevertheless just enhance your battery life if you can just live with it. Nevertheless, like obviously I just prefer to use the adaptive 120 Hertz display, which is give you like a much more smoother feel, and that's for what you get this device as well. Now one more thing that I would like to show you guys regarding this one is that you can just go into the battery settings, and to just save your battery from a damage, you can just go into the battery over here, and once you just go down, so there is a battery protection over here. So once you click on this one, so there are like a couple of options over here where you can just do the basic. So in the basic, like when the battery just charges to 100%, so it will just don't keep charging the phone itself. It disconnects from the charger, and once the battery drops to 95%, so only then it starts to charge the phone. And then one more option is like the adaptive one. So in the adaptive one, it will just follow, like let's for example if you plug in your phone during the night, so it will just stop charging at 80%, and like before your wake up time, it will just start charging and take it to the 100%. So this is done by like it learns the usage pattern of your routine itself, and like how you're using the device, and on that basis like it will just be accurate. Like I think after a week, so that will be much more accurate. The one more thing you can do is to just do it to be at the maximum, like where your battery just stops charging at the 80%. So if you're very much concerned about your battery life, so you might want to just go ahead and just use the maximum settings for the battery itself. To auto optimize your phone itself, there's a couple of options that you can do over here. So first thing that you want to do is to auto optimize the device itself. So you can just set like when you want the device to be restarted. So you can just set the time, this one auto restart. So there are like two options over here. So you can just do a scheduled restart every day, and you can do just restart when it's needed. So you like it says that your phone will restart automatically when performance issues are detected. So that will be just, phone is so much intelligent that it will just restart itself when it find it to be like the performance is not adequate and there are like some bugs, so it just restart itself. However, you can just regularly like schedule over here. So once you just tap on it, so you can just select the days and at the time when you want the phone to be restarted, and you don't have to just auto optimize this one manually. Now one more thing you can just do to customize your lock screen is to just hold and tap, just unlock the phone, and here you can just customize your phone itself. Now there are very nice options. You get all the ultra features over here regarding the software. So here you can just customize your lock screen as your need. So the first thing you can just click onto the wallpapers, and you can just select custom wallpapers over here as you wish. So you can do the featured ones. You can just pick up from your gallery. You can just generate it through the AI, or you can just do the photo ambient. So the photo ambient is basically like it just changes the wallpaper and according to the weather itself, like what the weather where you're just living in. So like if I do it right now, so you can just select any picture from the, so I don't have the picture right now, so whatever picture you choose, so that just like if there's no snowy conditions, so the snow will be just falling down the screen itself in a display, and if it's raining, so it will just do it regarding to that one accordingly. So there are a couple of graphical options over here. There's colors options, like a gradient ones kind of you can select from this one, and you can do that one as you like. Then there's like a wallpaper services where you can just do dynamic locks. The screen will just be changing the wallpaper on the lock screen like every time you just switch on the device itself. There's generative one. You can just generate it through the AI. You can select, let's say for example, night, and you can just maybe select abstract, and then you can just ask it to just generate, and it will just generate it right then and there. So now it will be just generating the AI image according to it, and then it gives you like a couple of options. So you select the gray and distant mountain range. So on that basis, it have just launched this. It have just generated these AI generative kind of images over here. Now you can change the wallpaper as you want it to be. So we just go ahead and just do one. I think we just do the AI, and maybe we just select the translucent, we just generate, and we just set this one as a wallpaper, right? So another thing you can do is to just change the clock styles, colors, fonts. So there's a lot of customizations you can just do out of it. So once you click on the clock, so there's like the options, couple of options that appear, which like a font and color. So there are a couple of fonts options you can see over here. It's changing now, and you can just select as you need or whichever you like. And then once you click on these three dots, so you can just download further fonts from the Samsung Galaxy store. So one more thing you can do, like with the first one, you can just make it as bold as you want it to be, and it's just applicable to the first one. And then once you just move it to the right, so it doesn't burst for the phone, that you can make it thin or thick. Now once you come down over here, so if you see, so you can just change colors out of it. So there are a couple of colors you can choose from. There are rainbow colors as well, and you can just select it as per your like. And then you can just go ahead and just, once you click on this button, so it will just you can just customize like however you want. Like there's different colors you can just switch according to your need. There's a spectrum as well. You can just do it this way. You can just select from the preset colors, a spectrum, so you can just generate it as light you want to make it, as dark you want to make it. You can just go and do that thing over here, and you can just go ahead and select, and it will just make that one to be purple. Now another thing you can do is to just change the styles itself as well. So once you click on the styles, so there are a couple of styles the way you want clock to look like. So there's like this one where there's like a, and then there's this one. There's a couple of options you'll see over here. Then there's analog, then there's calendar one, and then there's the upcoming events one. Then there's a dual clock. You can add one more clock over here, and then this one, and there's like a couple of more options you have it over here. Now you can also select like show weather information. So here there's like a weather information showing down there. So once I just remove it, so it's, once I just toggle it down, so it just removes it. Once I toggle it on, it just brings it back. Now there's one more option you can do over here. You can just show date above clock or just below clock. So right now it's just below. So once I click this one, so it will just move on top of the clock itself, the date. So these are like zillions of customizations that you can do with this device itself. I want to show one more thing in the now one more thing you can do is you can just select what you want onto this quick launch buttons. So you can just select whatever, you can just use it, especially like even apps as well. You can just select it to be like on a quick screen menu. You can just like toggle it other one, and you can just select whatever you want. So two best apps you can just select over here to quick launch from the lock screen directly itself. Now one more thing you can do, you can just further customize down there if you see. So if you come onto the effects over here, so if you go to right, so there's like a blur effect. You can just make it grayscale. Then there's colors, and colors you can just select whatever you want it to be. You can make it blue, so you can change that way. You can make it as blurry as you want it to be, as your liking. So that's how this one works. And then there's like a dark one. Now here there's also options of the colors as well, so you can just change it. You want to make it as bright as your like. So you see, like, it just changes the color and customize the lock screen itself. So you can just go ahead and just back. And one more thing you can do is to just select the frames. So you can just select the frames, and it's up to you, like which one do you like. So if you have a portrait or anything, you can just in-frame that one in this screen. And as per your liking, you can also just change the color at the background itself. So you can just change it to anything you want it to be. And if you just see, so it intelligently just change the color of the clock as well. So there's a couple of options you can do it over here. And you can see the clock color is being changed over here. And you can see you can just generate this kind of wallpaper over here. Now you can also select the wallpaper from the gallery itself. I don't have anything in the gallery. And then there's one suggest option. If you go over here, you see over here suggest. Once you click on this one, so it will just generate via AI a couple of options that you want to have a look, and you can just set these one. Once you click on the apply, so it will just apply as a screen, lock screen to be this way. So these are like a custom options you can do, or you can just ask them to these suggest, and it will just generate for you that one. Now another thing you might be wondering, like how I came across this navigation style buttons on these newer phones, because out of the box they have just like a one bar down there, and that works like kind of iPhone style. So for that you have to go into the Galaxy store first, and you want to download over here. You have to search for the Good Lock. Now for this one you need to download this one. I've already downloaded this one. I just go ahead and just play this one. So I've launched the Good Lock. So from the Good Lock you need to just download this Nav Star. So what it does actually is you can just customize your navigation bar as per your like. You want it to be button or whatever you want, like you just customize it like there are a couple of options you can just once launch this one, so you can do that one. So once you come over here, you have to just toggle it on, and you have to just make it to the swipe gesture. So once you go into the button list, so for example, you would be having like a button. So once I switch on, so it asks you to go into the settings, and it asks the navigation bar to be changed to the button style. So we have to go over here, and it takes you to the navigation bar of the phone. So we have to just go and just click on the buttons if we want to set it as a button. So if you see, so now it just came as buttons over here. So, and the buttons you can further customize it. You can just select it whatever you want to. You can see these are changing down. There's pizza style, then there's a couple of options, whatever you like, you can just change it that way. So once you have clicked this one, so show and hide button, so here you have to just double tap to just bring it back. You can just swipe up, double click, and it will just come back, and you can just double click to make it hide. I don't usually prefer that one, but yeah, I want to just I'm just good with the swipe gestures, so I just go ahead and just switch on the swipe gestures over here. So now it's again asking me to switch on the swipe gestures, so I have to just move it to the swipe gestures, and that's how you want it to be. Now you have to just go into the more options. So right now it wouldn't show, so you have to do what thing, like you have to go back into your Good Lock. And you have to launch the nav bar, and you have to just enable this one, enable extra gesture settings. So once you just click on this one, and you go back into your navigation bar, into the display settings over here. So once you click on the display, swipe down to the navigation bar, and once you just click on the swipe gestures, and once you click on the more options, now it will just show the button like the like a gesture ones. So right now it's just like a single button over here. Once you click swipe from the bottom, so it will just bring multiple options over here where you can just back, you can just close, So there's like a button style, I would just say, and a gesture theme, I would just say, that you can make, how you can just make it these one work on your phone itself. So yeah, that was a short video on the tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy S25. If you guys like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching again. Have a good day. Bye.